Okay, let's do this. Quta set. I am definitely thinking about doing a Quta cam. Just making her a car came out of nowhere. Good thing I didn't back up into it. Yeah, we are still in that funk. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is, but the commutes might change. I am probably going to be changing offices soon. Been offered a little bit more money. Where do I go for? This new office knows exactly how to hit the right buttons. And it's just kind of a shame because I like the office that I'm in right now. They don't push too hard. It's not a lot of work, even though they're making it that way. But the truth of the matter is I just can't survive. I'm not surviving. I am basically failing because they don't pay me enough. And if I had a savings, if I had some savings that I could use as backup, then I could basically, rely on that, so that I can get through these mean lean times. And not have to worry about it, but I'm paying outrageous amounts in interest, and I have to get these debts paid down so I can stop paying these interests. It literally just boils down to that. If I didn't have these huge interest payments, I probably could survive on what I'm making. With things like muffler and my computer, and I have loyalty whatsoever to this job, and that is like one of my hallmarks of my work, of how I work. One of my big things is I try to be as helpful as possible. I work extra. I come in early. I leave late. Those are things that I've done like my entire working life. Always. Even in jobs that I hate. Even this job, I do that. And they just, it gets to the point where they just assume that I'm going to do it. Make me hate the job so much that all I care about is how much money I can make from it. There's something wrong. I mean, I know, yes, that's the reason I have the job. I have the job to make money, but I also want job satisfaction as well. And because I've never had job satisfaction in this job for a decade, just so you know, I've been working at this job for a decade. Because I've never had job satisfaction ever at this job. I'm only in it for the money now. It's the reason why I shit on it every chance that I get. And I know it sounds kind of hypocritical because I don't release what career I actually have and what I do for a living to the general public. Some people know, but I don't release it. I don't talk about that because I do have I actually don't have a non-disclosure, but I do have that I represent, because I represent the business that I do. Because as an employee, I am representative of that business. I have to always be a representative of the business. So if people knew what I did for a living, and if it was general knowledge, I should say, what I do for a living, and it gets back to my boss, I could have repercussions of it. And you're probably saying like, oh, no, I keep it disclosed. I keep it undisclosed. So I can talk shit. Not the reverse. Not because I talk shit. It gives me the permission to talk shit. And I don't like being a representative. So when I'm at the job, I'm a representative. When I leave the job, I don't represent the company at all. They don't pay me enough to represent them in my personal life. Again, all about the money. If they treated me with respect, if they treated me with a little bit of kindness, if they showed me that they cared the fact that I did this, it'd be a whole totally different story. But in the 10 years, it's only proven the worst. And to make up for it, a little bit of kindness doesn't go a long way anymore. I want the money that they owe me. I want everything I want it all. I want to be paid what I'm worth. I want to feel valued. retirement path. In 10 years, I'm not on a retirement path. That's if I switch offices this time, I will be on a retirement path. But they have to accept me. I don't even know if they're going to accept me. It is so fucking bizarro. I can't even tell you like how. Yeah. Years of experience means fucking jack shit. I suck at my job. I do. I freely admit it. The problem is that I'm better than most. So that tells you what goes on in this job. I'm better than most. I'm not even average. If I said I was an average employee, I would be lying to you. I am one of the better employees. I'm going to try to do jokes, and I try to do a joke on Twitter, speaking about the job. And because I'm limited to the 280 characters, I couldn't get the joke out. Like there's nuances in this joke that I can't type because I had to like cut things out. It kind of pissed me off, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny joke. It usually gets laughs. It's the way I open up when I did my stand up for my birthday. It's the way I opened it. And I walk out with a little sheet of paper with all the jokes written on it. So I'm literally reading from a piece of paper. There are comedians that don't need the little piece of paper. Will miss this country ride. Yeah, I won't miss the trucks on it, but I definitely will miss it. I like it. It's actually beautiful in the fall, and I'm gonna miss that. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys aren't gonna be able to see the leaves change color because I don't even have you guys even looking out the window anymore. But yeah, it's something like absolutely amazing, and I definitely would have made that happen. But it's still the middle of summer, so. I remember August used to be the hottest month of the year, and the end of June and July were just brutal this year, and now we're back into, these are kind of summer temperatures, 70s, 70s and 80s, but we really haven't gotten the sweltering heat. Even this month has been kind of like, it's been warm. I'm trying to even think of the days that we hit 90 degrees, and I can't in the month of August. Maybe it was right in the beginning. In July, we're hitting 100 degrees and stuff like that, and I've yet to hit 90. I think. I'll have to check. I'll get back to you guys. I'll forget. Just so you know. But yeah, like the funk is still there, and who knows, maybe changing the job will change the funk. Maybe attention from, bigger streamers has me like all on edge, because I'm used to people, starting out, getting their start, and then I see them off pretty much. Streamers with 10K, they don't have time for me, or 10K or more. They don't have time for me. I think I require too much time. I'm a little over demanding, if that makes sense. I am grateful for any bit of time that they actually deem necessary or want to give. And it is absolutely adorable and wonderful and great that they have it. But as I was when people were fawning over an even bigger streamer when they came into Station 21, I don't fawn over people. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fawner. I went gaga over Kevin Eastman, because Kevin Eastman and I had a nice conversation, and he is one of my childhood idols. So my mentor, I went gaga over when I met him, because he is one of my childhood idols. He was one of my childhood idols. Because he passed. I'm not big on with stars and stuff like that. I don't lose it usually. Because I don't lose it. I've told you just two people that I basically fanboyed over. G-Dragon I'm kind of like into right now. I don't think I would fanboy over him. Julianne Moore, I adore. I don't think I'd fanboy over her. I don't know. I'd have to meet them. But yeah, so a bigger streamer came in. Did this whole, I don't care about this, and I don't care about the people, and I don't need this, but I'm trying to show you my support. And yeah, so I get what for. Probably killed any chance of getting on his side and stuff like that, because I think he likes when people go gaga over him and talk about how wonderful he is. And I'm just unimpressed. I have to admit, I'm just unimpressed. I mean, I would bring up a bigger name, like Nux, who I've written actual parodies for. I wouldn't go gaga over, so the fact that I'm not going gaga over the big streamers that are paying attention to me is no reflection on how I feel about it. It is amazing. It is wonderful, and I don't want to detract from the work that I'm doing and the wonderful people that I'm actually meeting, because I care about the people, not the reputation, because that's what builds a reputation with me. Not your fame, not the fame that you already have does not build a reputation with me. Especially when I don't even realize what that fame is. And to name drop, I met Reggie Jackson on a plane was flying back to JFK from California, from LAX. Reggie Jackson was on the plane with me, and we were seated right next to each other, and it was really nice to have him. And this, and to tell you what Reggie Jackson meant to me is that I traded my soul for a Reggie Jackson card back in the day. So Reggie Jackson has a special place in my heart. And I met him, and it was just kind of like, he's nice. Nice to talk to, good guy. Had a lot of people coming over and stuff like that, asking autograph. And I had a little bit of clout back then, so I was a little bit of a somebody back then. So even he was kind of surprised, because he was just like, "Who are you?" He was not a fan of mine. But when we departed ways after our wonderful plane trip, he finally asked me my name. So he told me he'd look me up. Which, because we've never had contact again, and his agents never called me, meant exactly what that meant. This was nice. The Fight Club calls it single serving. So yeah, I was a single serving friend for a moment, and that was nice. What I'm trying to build, I hate the freaking word community, but the group that I'm building, and working on, like, having attachments with, my network, is probably a better word for it. I don't want a single one of them to feel like they're a single serving friend. I don't want a Reggie Jackson in the group. And I already have a few bigger streamers, in that group, and actually pulling for me, and I adore them so much, and I don't want them to ever think that I don't want them to ever think that I take them for granted, or I'm using them for. I'm not definitely. I wouldn't even know how to use somebody for clout. I have nearly 4,000 followers on Twitter, and I have no idea how to use that for clout. I don't even know how to use my own clout. I can't translate that to Twitch followers or YouTube subscribers. I wish I could. Oh my God! Can you imagine if I could get that? If I could translate the Twitter followers into Twitch followers or YouTube subscribers, I would be golden. I would be really happy with that. Most of my Twitch followers, I just, like I said, Twitch is really that's almost all single serving. I use it to connect with my network. It's really quick blurbs. That's what my DMs are for. I use the DMs on Twitter more than DMs on any place else. And it's really, really nice. It's very nice to have that. But here, YouTube is like I'm holding on hope, holding out hope, beyond hope with it. You know, Mira Mizu just basically posted it. You got another. I'm just here. Let me name drop. But yeah, and if you guys aren't following her, oh, you guys should. She's a doll. But she just posted a networking tweet, and of course, for her, I definitely would hop on that. I don't usually hop on those things, but I posted the YouTube in there, as well as the Twitch. But the thing is that I think about having 78. This is where we're at right now. I used to have 80, but the thing about having 78, it makes me feel like that is more realistic than the 4,000 that I have on Twitter. Times you have 70 people, one for every, and you know, I just had a you know, kind of and maybe that's what this feeling is, and maybe that's what it is. It's that, you know, you connected, you know, and I was having it before. You know what it is? It's because I've had a lot of people talk. They talk this talk, and it's one of the reasons why, like, I go against the supporters. You know, we're VTuber supporters. We're VTuber supporters, and they freaking don't do shit. I mean, yeah, there are some people who do a lot, but for the most part, they're not. They're freaking liars, and that lie is just it rubs me the fucking wrong way, and I forgot my mug. It rubs me so wrong. It rubs me raw, actually. And that when I connect with these people and I, you know, friend them up and follow them and do all the things that they tell me to do for networking, and then they basically have them kind of shit on me, and I mentioned somebody because somebody said that you should follow this person, and I said, oh, they told me like I should probably quit, and they didn't say it. They didn't say you should quit, and I kind of, like, you know, I feel like I said it wrong, but they said that I'm going about it. You know, there are better ways to do this, and that you should probably change or you should stop. They told me to stop. That there is no way I was going to grow with the direction that I was going in. That I should stop. And this is a person who claims to be a supporter. You know, I support VTubers. But you support VTubers who support you. You're not a supporter. You're supported. You're a VTuber supported. A big fucking difference. And telling people to freaking follow other people doesn't fucking work. I have yet to have somebody shout me out and have people follow me. I have yet. Because if you're a supporter, the community that I'm in right now are all 100% supportive of each other. More supportive than you'll ever fucking be. Because at least they fucking follow back. Hate when people freaking... That whole recommendation thing. You know, I made 4 queues. Of people that basically shit on me. And like I said, you know, it's amazing how like a small streamer feels big because they're, you know, bigger than me, but they're a small streamer. Feels like they have the power to basically, you know, poo-poo me, but at the same time, you know, make all these claims, and then you have a larger streamer who has no skin in the game whatsoever, who basically I do this for, you know, for the fun of it, absolutely pumps me up, absolutely, you know, gives me all the props and things like that. And you know what? That's a fucking professional. That's something some of these VTuber supporters will never fucking be. Because they're just awful human beings wrapped up in, you know, putting a charade that that they're here to help when they're literally just helping themselves. It's awful. It is the number one reason that I don't call myself a supporter, because of that bullshit, that bull fucking shit. It's awful. People should be ashamed of them fuck themselves. And I hate to leave on this note, but I gotta go to work. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful time doing it. And I support you. I do. I support you 100%. And if you think that I'm lying, make a comment below and tell me that I'm lying to you. Actually, that's all I really want. You know, just, you know, you can write cool beans. You can write that I'm an idiot. All those things you can write. And if you think I'm wrong about what I just said, tell me about it. I will definitely talk it over with you. I will actually like it. Interaction is the reason that I do this, is for the interaction. I never thought I would, you know, like I said, it would be nice if I could monetize this and I could quit my job and, you know, basically tell my job to just F off, you know, just go fuck itself. I would love that. That would be great. That was never even in the cards. It was never realistic. But the one thing that I thought I was going to have, and the one thing that I've never gotten, and people are going to tell me that I'm wrong about this because I do interact so much, but when you see my interaction, most of my interaction is not on my stream. The interaction with my stream is very limited, and usually comes when I'm doing art. And when I'm doing art, I'm in a totally different zone. It's one of the reasons why I'm like trying to tell jokes now, is so that I can interact with people. But I don't know if that's going to work out. I'm going to probably end up doing some cues, and, you know, I'm going to probably start out doing some cues and then switch to doing, you know, the jokes. Um, hopefully that's the plan. Um, or I'll do some jokes and then it's talking to an empty chat. Making jokes in an empty chat is the worst. The worst. But like when I watch somebody like Iron Mouse, who basically I'm telling you, it's like side splitting. I'm laughing so hard all the time. She's on. She interacts with her chat. She's interacted with me personally. She's said comments about the things that I've said. She's followed up with it. She's asked me how I've been. She's promoted me. This is somebody with 1 million fucking followers, being 100% more supportive than all the people who claim to be supportive. And then there's one person who has a supportive tag, and they follow me, and we're actually really good friends, and so it makes me see like it's all a lie. But everybody else, you're there for the fucking wrong reason. And I know you want to play your games. I know you want to do your streams. And this is a side hustle. But it's fake. All right, I'm out of here. So we're going to do this. Cool beans. All right, take care.